So there's 3 tiers at the laboratory.
Yes.
And the tier that you're on is the first tier, the second tier.
The middle and lowest. And the vats are raised up. And then there's an observation area higher. Where there are more people.
And they ask you to, they want me to take you to the very last day that you were there, or the end. What do they mean by the end? And we'll go there.
Yes, the end of the, before I went back.
Ah, very good. We're going to move from that scene. We're going to move from that scene, and we're going to go to that very important time frame just before you left. And you're going to get all the information that you need in that place, and we're going to be there in the count of 5, 4, 3, halfway there, 2, almost there, and 1. Where are you now?
Above ground.
Oh, very nice, okay. And what's going on there?
People pushing paper. Just sitting at different desks in a room. Sweating.
Are you prepping to go back to 1957? Is that it?
Yes.
And what are you wearing at this time?
Different tan outfit. Tan button-up shirt. Darker pants.
Paul, what's your last name? It's okay. It's okay.
I think it's Wachowski.
Paul Bukowski. Very good. And Paul, you say you're prepping, and are there papers that you have to sign?
Yes. I have to turn in papers. Fill out papers.
Waivers and all that type of thing? Very good. And how many other people are there with you? Are there several people that are ending their tour of duty there?
A few.
Do you recognize any of them? Just look around at them. You don't have to say anything to them.
No.
Now there's something in particular that they had a desire for you to see or for you to experience, which will explain a lot of things for you. I want you to move forward to the space to where they're getting ready to send you back to 1957. So you've already filled out all the papers, and the papers are finished. And what's going on now? Where are they taking you, or what are you doing?
I'm done with the paperwork. There's somewhere else I go to.
Where did you go to then?
Ship.
spaceship. And just describe the ship then, please.
Looks like a triangle. Dark.
And how are you entering into this ship?
Ramp. In the middle.
Ah, very good. And now that you're inside the ship, I want you to tell me, let's go to the place where they're sending you back. How are they going to do that?
Take me somewhere.
Oh, they're going to take you somewhere in the ship?
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
They don't know. People on the ship don't know.
No one knows where they're going to go or how they're going to get there, or, well...
Where are we going?
No, very good.
Mars.
Ah, you're going to Mars. And what's on Mars? Is that where the technology is that'll take you back to the time, take you back to 1957? They're taking you to a place that's really big, and you're going to speak loud and clear. And I want you to take a long, slow, deep breath again. And feel the relaxation moving through your body. And I want you to speak loud and clear and tell me all the procedures that are happening.
Drop me off and we're going to...
Have you made it to Mars yet?
Yes.
And how long did it take you to get to Mars? Was that pretty fast?
I jumped forward. It was not a long trip.
It was a long trip?
No.
Not a long trip. And so did you jump from the ship on, or did the ship fly you there?
When you asked me that question, I went there.
Ah, very good. Okay, understood. So now that you're on Mars, what's there on Mars?
Big hangar.
A big hangar, very good. And what's going on in this hangar?
Ships. People. Around. There's... Everybody seems very regimented.
And how many ships would you say there is?
I see 10.
Oh, very good. And how large are these ships?
Very big.
And how are they shaped?
Something slightly different. Like to carry more people or something.
Ah, very good. And as you're there, can you see any doors anywhere?
Yeah.
I want you to go to the nearest door, but I don't want you to open it, and no one will even notice that you walked over to the door. Have you gone to the door yet?
Yeah.
Very good. I want you to just focus on that door and look at the edges of the door. A beautiful bright light is going to start coming around the edges of the door. Can you see that light?
Yes.
Very good. The light is going to start consuming the door, and the door is just going to fade away. And one of your guardians, they're going to come out and they're going to help you with the rest of this adventure. And the door is faded and there's beautiful light. It's pretty bright, isn't it? Doesn't hurt your eyes though, does it?
No.
Who is this coming out to help you? Describe them for me, please.
A little 10-inch person.
Ah, perfect. You recognize them? No?
Yeah.
You do recognize them. Very good. And I want you to ask them, first just make the introduction. What's their,
He jumped into my arms.
he jumped into your arms. Did you hug him?
Yeah.
He's tiny, huh?
Yeah.
Is it a male?
Yeah.
And ask him what his name is.
Harry.
Harry, very good. Say, Harry, you know what's going on. You're bilocating and you're trying to get to the bottom of all of this. What are you doing there on Mars? Ask him what is this place and he'll tell you. He knows everything with no hesitation. Loud and clear, please. Tell him don't talk so fast.
Nurses are going to prepare for me to be a different age.
They're going to prepare for you to be a different age. Nice and loud and clear. What else is he saying?
Then you're gonna go through a portal, and I'm gonna be here again, but at a different time.
Here as in back on Mars again? Or
Yes.
so they're going to age regress you literally there on that base then on Mars?
You're gonna put me to a different age.
Ah, very good. And then after that, where do they take you? Back to the Earth?
Where do I go after this, Harry? Yes, I went back to Earth.
Very good. And what type of species is Harry?
What kind of species?
Or is he your guardian?
He says I'm part of you.
Ah, he's part of you. Is he a higher part of you, your higher self?
He is my fun part.
Ah, he's your fun part. So he's there to make sure you stay nice and relaxed, huh?
Yeah.
And in good spirits.
Yes.
Excellent. Ask him, how did you come to be a part of this program? He knows.
How did I come to be a part of this program, Harry? You volunteered.
And ask him, what type of abilities did you have that allowed you or that made you right for the position?
What abilities did I have that made me able to have this position? And he says it was the connection that you had that made you able, and it was the connection that made you volunteer.
The connection that you had with the Lyrans?
Yes.
And are you Lyran? Is that your origin before you came here to the Earth?
Am I originally from Lyra? some amount of time.
He said for some amount of time?
Yes.
So it was one of the places that you had incarnated on before you came to the earth?
Yes.
Ah, very good. And ask him, how much does he know about you? Because you had some questions and you really wanted to get some answers. Does he mind answering your questions?
He says there's somebody better for this.
Ah, very, very good. So let's just finish up then what's going on there. How exactly can are they going to age regress you? What do they literally do to your body in order for that to happen? And I just want you to watch it. I don't want you to experience it. I literally want to see yourself going through see yourself going through the process with no emotion attached, just watching as if you're watching a movie so you can see exactly what happens.
Like a chamber. Naked. They are pulsing some kind of energy or frequency or something.
So you're in a chamber. Is it a closed chamber?
Mm-hmm.
And are you sitting down or laying down?
Laying down.
And as you're laying down, how are you? Are you restrained in any way, or?
Like I'm sleeping.
And how long does the process take?
This 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Very good. Can you see yourself going through the process?
Yes.
And what is your body doing?
Looking better.
Oh, very good. And the 20 minutes is up. Now what happens?
The chamber opens up. It's a big chamber.
My.
And then there's some clothes that I put on.
Very good.
And they're reminding me, some people are reminding me where I'm at.
So they're reorienting you back to. In that moment, do you remember anything that happened to you before then?
Paul doesn't.
Oh, okay. So it's sort of like your memory was a little wiped then, maybe?
I think they already did that.
Very good. So where do you go after you're finished with all the debriefing and they've reoriented? Are you going to be sent back to Earth? Ask Harry, he'll tell you. Because you're on Mars now, I believe, still.
Harry, where are we going after this? America.
Back to America. Very good.
He says you should be happy.
Because you made it through. I want you to please describe Harry before he brings the other, another out for you.
He looks like one of the ones earlier. With the funny clothing and the
Tail and the...
tail and the feet.
Okay. And that was a species that you were. Ask Harry, what was the name of that species again? He can pronounce it.
Something about when he says it that makes him laugh. It's like a fun built into the word or something.
Okay.
Like
The Croy.
Croy is the planet.
Oh, Croy is the planet. Croir.
No, it's not the planet. It's a place.
Oh, and Plutnare. Plutnare. Very good. Very, very good. So you know that you're going back to America. You've made it through the entire process. So if you could ask Harry, could he please bring out one of your guardians or one of your guides and just tell him thank you very much. We'll probably come and visit him again later and do a little exploring. But if you could ask one of your guardians or guides or even your higher self to come forward now. And I want you to look at that door. Who's coming out now? Out of the light.
Now
Also, Harry went back in.
he disappeared.
Ah, very good. And a male. Could you describe this male then?
He's got long hair.
Oh, very good. What?
He's got dreads.
He has dreads?
Yeah.
Is he a man of color?
Yeah.
Awesome. And what's his name? He'll tell you.
Ralph.
Ralph. Say hey, Ralph. Finally someone who can talk and that looks a little normal, huh?
Yeah.
He's a man of color though. Ask Ralph, what is his connection to you?
All our friends.
Your friends. And ask Ralph, he knows you really well. How's your body holding out in this session that you're doing? Are you okay? Ralph knows. He can feel you.
How's my body doing now? He says it's fine.
Very good. And Ralph has a message for you. Let's go ahead and get his message first.
He said you came here to see a lot of things and that we're all here for you.
Very good. See, the rabbit hole's rather deep, huh?
There's
A lot of people that love you and care about you.
Yeah.
Very good. And would you say he's one of your friends. Tell him you had some questions. Is there somewhere that you could go with him into that light and somewhere where you can sit comfortably and he can communicate with you outside of that space you're in where on the...
Okay.
Ah, very good. Is he taking you into the light with him? Or are you just already somewhere else?
We're hanging out outside.
Ah, very nicely. And are you sitting down?
Yeah. Like sitting on some steps.
Very good. Tom, you had a bunch of questions, and you just wanted to see if, and Harry said that you'd be the one to be able to answer the questions. Does he mind answering your questions? Very, very good. First of all, you wanted to make sure that you remembered everything that has happened. Is he going to help reinforce your memory? Could he help you reinforce your memory from this process?
He says I'm remembering.
Very good.
He says he'll help.
He will help.
He said he'll be there with me.
Very good. And he doesn't mind answering any of the questions then for you? Okay. Your first question was, in your life as James, between the ages of 7 and 12, you had an experience of something happened to you between that time frame. Something that seemed a little troubling. Could he tell you what happened? What was happening to you for those 5 years?
What happened to me when I was young? He says a lot of things.
That's understood, but what in particular? It seemed like there's something that has been troubling you from that time. Could he elaborate, please?
What was troubling me, Ralph? That I can't remember.
Tell him you're ready, that you can handle it. What does he say?
He says a lot. He says try to be more specific.
Between the ages of 7 and 12 years old, you seem to have been troubled by something that seems to originate from that time. It was a big event that changed your life, and you feel like you betrayed someone or some people. And you want to know, were you abducted by ETs at that time?
Betrayal is left over from Paul's life.
And did you feel like you had betrayed the ETs that were in that facility?
No, I felt like I couldn't help them.
Okay, understood.
I couldn't. Ralph says that I take other people's pain.
Ralph says the ETs take other people's pain away from them? Or you did?
No, I did.
Very good. Okay. And in your life, in this lifetime, as James, between the ages of 7 and 12, were you abducted at that time?
Yes.
And you were abducted, was it something in your life plan or something that was not by choice?
Planned.
It was planned. And who was it who did the abduction? What species? Or was it military?
All of these things. Military.
Were Were there any extraterrestrials or aliens that were connected with this abduction at all?
Yes.
And what did they do to you? Loud and clear. You just want to observe. You don't have to re-experience again.
Okay.
Just observe. What did they do to you?
What else here? There. Sure. There.
Ask Ralph.
Ralph said which time. He said that he says that wasn't. I keep seeing a bunch of different scenarios.
I know, but you remember you're recording this, so if you just go ahead and at least say any of them, you will have some idea when it's over.
Okay. One of them there. Just hanging out. They were just talking. Another one there. Or analyzing something about me.
Is this happening in your lifetime as James, or is this something that happened in the previous life as Paul? And it's just residual.
One second.
Very good. I'm very patient.
He says that. He says that the dream, the ones who were talking, and that
You dreamed that.
it's like a dream state. We're in space just talking, like we're planning or healing.
In this lifetime or in the lifetime as Paul? That's the most important question.
Their lifetime as Paul.
So these are residual memories from another incarnation of another aspect of yourself on a different timeline. Is that correct then?
Yes.
That helps you tremendously to know that has any of that type of thing happened to you in this lifetime as James?
Does any of this happen in this lifetime, Ralph? No.
Very good. And what about like the leg muscle control and the organ health and the tissues? Any of that, is that all residual from that life as Paul as well?
Yes.
Oh, very good. So now what is going on with your throat chakra in this lifetime?
What else is... That's for someone else.
Is that also from a different lifetime as well? Or a different aspect of yourself as well?
Love is my third chakra coming. Yes, it's from Paul's life.
So is the reason why you're having such a strong reaction to all of what's going on now on the planet when you listen to David Wilcock and Corey Good and they tell these stories about the MyLab program? It's affecting you because you went through that program in another life, and that's why you're so affected by it?
He says I went through a lot.
But the most important thing is how you're being affected by it now. You're trying to come to a conclusion to where you can relinquish some things if it's not. Ask him, why were you feeling the way that you were feeling after listening to the session that I did with Carlos when you were listening to that QHHT session? Why were you so affected by that one?
It was to get him ready for this time. For this session.
Ah, very good. Very, very good. And
He was anchoring in energy related to this time.
Ah, very good. And you had this experience where you had wings and they were full of dust. The wings appeared and they were full of dust. What was that all about?
He says if you don't use them, that's how they get.
Oh, they get dusty. Understood. And so when you, wings, are they a metaphor for something else?
Is it a metaphor for something else? It says your mind.
Being able to travel dimensionally via your mind, via your third eye.
That and more. Yeah, he's opening up, and so he feels old energies coming back in this life.
Understood. And as the vibration rises on the planet Earth and the veil thins, it's really easy for James to recollect all these different existences that he's had in the physical.
Yes.
And they're starting to blur, huh?
They're bubbling up to be dealt with.
Oh, very,
He's doing well.
very good. He was wondering, does he have any hybrid children? Is that from the life of Paul, did they ever take his sperm to, or even in this life, as James, has he ever fathered E.T. children before? Or extra? Or eight?
Well, do I have hybrid children? Yes. Which life are they from? Paul.
So you have hybrid children from Paul. Would that be Kalanda?
Kalanda.
And kind of Yasha?
Kalanda is his wife.
Ah, okay.
Which wife? Kalanda is one of the tall ones from Lara.
Ah, so some of the ETs that were there at that facility at the naval base below, were some of the Kailanda, Kanayasha.
Kanayasha is the oldest child.
Is that is that a hybrid child? Oh, okay, understood. And so, Ashanti as well, Astishi, is that one of your hybrid children as well?
That's one of my hybrid children. From Paul. No.
And who would that be then?
She's a friend from there.
And what about Quetzalcoatl Lion? Yes, who is that?
That's my son.
That's your son. Is that in this lifetime or still in the lifetime as Paul?
Then in this lifetime, Ralph. Yes.
Ah, very good. So your son was one of the ETs from from Paul's life then, huh?
Which one?
Quetzalcoatl. Yes.
This life.
Ah, very good. And is he a hybrid then? Or that's just who
No.
before he came to this planet?
Yes.
Ah, very good. And where was he from? Which Lyra, very good. All right. And who was the spirit that he saw in his bedroom in high school? And what happened there?
That has to do with
It has to do with
a bigger plan. It's not a trick.
it wasn't a trick. I need you to speak loud and clear or you're going to be very upset at the end of this when you're like, what did I say? What did I say? It's okay. So for 10 years, the spirit was a woman, and at one point she packed up and left. That's part of a bigger plan. What was going on in that plan? The same spirit from high school?
That one was. That one was taking a tour.
And was she literally inside of you? Was she?
She was. Yes. She was.
Experiencing life on Earth via you as a child in high school?
She was with him for a while. She didn't like it. She doesn't like. She didn't have a good time. She doesn't like being here.
So, did you invite her to be able to be housed in your body at that time? Or was she like a leech? Or was it a plan that you said, okay, come on, did you plan it out to say, okay, you can share this with me?
Ralph says he's always pulling this shit.
Bet you always pulling this shit, huh?
He always wants to help.
Oh, very good. So you were trying to help her. So had you made an agreement with her? Did she come to you as a child?
She came to me in a dream as a child.
And you let her hang out for 10 years, huh?
Yeah.
Was she afraid to come into a human body herself?
Yeah, she didn't like it.
So you let her...
It was too much
Okay.
for her to process.
Understood.
But she left having experienced something.
So, but it was a good thing then. It was an act of charity on your part?
Yes.
Understood. Does that make sense to you?
I don't want to do that anymore.
Okay, very good. I'm sure you'll never choose to do that again. So, as you can tell, you are from Lyran, and are you associated with the Blue Avians at all?
Yes.
And how are you associated with the Blue Avians? Did they help the Lyrans when they were ascending to a higher vibration? Okay.
I need somebody else to help me answer.
Oh, very good. Very good. I want you to go ahead and give Ralph a hug and tell him thank you so much. You helped him tremendously. And it was really awesome to see him. And ask him, can he send out an even higher vibrational entity that is connected with you that could help you with the remainder of these questions. And someone who could really monitor your body right now to see how you're doing in this session.
There's
Who's coming out now?
really big angel.
A big angel. Very good. And I want you to speak nice and loud and clear. And who would this angel be? How do they introduce themselves?
Who are you?
Who is it? Loud and clear.
Augustine.
Augustine? He's mine. Is that Hank's guardian?
Yes, he's guarding. He's really big. Like he's covering up the whole area.
Yeah, they tend to do that. First, I want Augustine to monitor your body, to really scan your body, and to see if I need to pull you out of this session right now. How does he feel like are you okay? Are you handling this? Or do you need to... He knows, he'll tell you, he's no nonsense.
Augustine, how's the body doing? It's getting close to the end.
Oh, very good. And Augustine, could you please, do you have a message for him that could help him? You know he has a lot of questions, but we just want to make sure he's gotten a lot so far. What is your message for him?
He says to hold tight. Keep going.
He said, hold tight and keep going?
Yeah.
Very good. Kazuqueto, does he have any... He had a dream that he was his father, his home father, as he put it. What is his association with Quetzalcoatl? Quetzalcoatl.
Is not. That's how his spirit looks.
He's like that, and that's the bird. He was the blue bird. They showed in the pictures I've seen statues of him where they had him painted blue. Is he a part of the Blue Avians then? Is that his association with the Blue Avians? Is that James's association with the Blue Avians?
That's his wings. His wings in his mind. I like that.
Oh, very good. Very good.
That's what they look like.
And how many times has James been to the planet? To the planet Earth? How many incarnations as a human?
142.
142. Had he been stuck here, lost in the sensation for any of those lives? Or is he here on a mission?
He accomplishes many things that he's not aware of. He does it automatically.
Oh, very good. What did he come to here to do to the planet now? Why is he here on the planet now? Why did he incarnate in this lifetime?
People need help.
People needs help. And he's here to help?
Yes.
Should he be pursuing the healing arts for work?
Should I be pursuing healing like this?
Or possibly
Sure.
pursuing music? When he scans his body and he looks into your Akashic records, what does he see? What do you see for him? For James in this lifetime? His pursuits?
What do you see me pursuing?
That would
Help. Help. He just says help. He says I can help. He says I can... any of these things.
What is he showing you?
With my hands. Says I have powerful hands.
Are they healing hands then?
Yes. They can heal. They can push energy.
Ah, very good. And how was he connected to Hank? He said he was guided toward me. Who guided him toward me?
God.
He says God?
That's what he said.
Oh, very good. God guiding a lot of people toward me?
Yes.
Very good. Why did he come out just now? To help this process along a little faster?
God.
No, why did Augustine? Is this Augustine my higher self?
Yes.
Okay. And why did he come out in this session right now? to help this process along?
Just to raise the vibration of it.
Ah, very good. Thank you very much. We appreciate you, sir. We love you. I'm trying to get through these questions. I'm going to just start skipping to some of the main questions because we've been under for a while. His wife. What is his relationship with his wife? Had he known her in another incarnation before this lifetime on the earth in this linear experience?
There's another lady.
Oh, there's a female that's come out now?
Yeah.
I know who that is. Is that my other higher self? The other aspect of myself, or someone else?
Sally.
Oh, Sally? Oh my God. How are you, Sally?
She says hi.
Very good. And ask Sally, what is her message for you?
What is your message? Kelly. Yes.
Kelly is.
Sally.
Ah, is this Kelly is your wife?
Yes.
And this is Sally, your wife's higher self?
A guide.
Oh, Sally's guide. Well, you already, Sally, what is the message for Sally then by her guide? She was expecting a message, or she was hoping she could get a message, please.
She says that what is your message, Sally? Kelly needs to focus
Kelly needs to focus on...
one thing at a time.
She needs to focus on one thing at a time. Did something happen to her in the previous lifetime that brought you guys together? What was your connection? What brought you two together?
We were married at another time.
Were you married in the lifetime as Paul?
Ralph says no.
Ralph is still there as well.
Yeah.
So we have Ralph, Augustine, and Sally?
And another one.
And who is the other one? Is it a female?
No, some male.
What does he look? What? Ask them. What is this? Who is he?
His name is Michael. He looks kind of blue.
Michael, and he's blue. Ask Michael, what is his message for you? If he's there, he has a message for you.
Michael, what is your message? Oh, he's saying that he's here to say that me and Kelly were together at a different time.
Very good.
That we were happy.
And you found yourself again in this lifetime.